Now we will see the malacophily. Malacophily is a type of pollination takes place by sludges and snails. When sludges and snails carry out pollination, such a type of pollination is called malacophily. In some of the plants belongs to Ericaceae and Lemna. For example, particular example, Lemna. In the case of members of Ericaceae, pollination takes place by means of snails and sludges. When the water snail crawling among the lemna plant, automatically that will carry out pollination, that will transfer pollen grains from anther of a flower to the stigma of another flower, and that is the role of snails. In the case of lemna, when the snails are crawling from bottom to top, and that will transfer pollen grains from one flower to another flower, as in the case of lemna, and that carry out pollination in lemna plant. That is a particular example for malacophily. Not only that, in most of the Ericaceae members will be pollinated by snails. Next we will pass on to entomophily. You know, the entomophily is the insect pollination. When the pollination is carried out by several types of insects, that is called entomophily. The common insects belongs to the common insect which pollinate flowers are bees, moths, flies, wasps, beetles and butterflies. But in the case of ant, a separate division is given, that is myrmecophily. That is a type of pollination takes place by ant. Ant pollination, when ants carry out pollination in flowers of a plant, that is called myrmecophily. Bees are the common insect pollinators that you have to remember. In general, common insect pollinators are bees. In most of the flowers, bees only transfer pollen grains, and that will bring the effect of pollination in most of the flowers. Majority of the angiosperms pollinated by insect. That is also you have to keep it in your mind. Common type of pollination is entomophily. It is a common type. It is a majority of the pollination takes place in angiosperm is entomophily. Common insect pollinators are bees. In these 3 points, you have to keep it in your mind. Right, come to the characteristic feature of the entomophilous flowers. Entomophilous flowers are large, brightly colored. As in the case of ornithophily, here also the flowers are brightly colored. The flowers are larger in size in order to insect towards the flowers from a very long distance. The flowers, when the flowers are very, very small and they are arranged in inflorescence, say for example in the case of Asteraceae, small flowers are grouped together, bunch of flowers are formed, that bunch of flowers arranged in a common axis, that is called inflorescence. Smaller flowers, as in the case of entomophilous flowers, arranged in inflorescence. Adjacent floral pods are brightly colored. Adjacent floral pods are, there are 4 floral pods in a flower, Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Apart from that, when some other pods very near to that Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, when they are modified, and that is the adjacent floral pods. Adjacent floral pods also will be modified into brightly colored. If the calyx and corolla are not attractive, when the corolla is not attractive in a flower, the corolla is the most attractive part of the flower. When the corolla is not attractive, when the petals of the corolla are not attractive, and in that cases adjacent floral pods will modify and form a brightly colored structure in order to attract the insect pollinators. For example, in the case of poinsettia in Bougainvillea, and also poinsettia, the bract, what is bract? Just below the flower, at the base of the pedicel, a small leaf-like structure may be present in general, that is called bract. In the case of poinsettia and bougainvillea, the bract enlarges and form brightly colored structure. Here in these two cases, brightly colored bract will attract the insects. Flowers are scented and produce nectar. In the case of ornithophyllae, the flowers are not scented, but they produce nectar. But here, the flowers are scented, having sweet smell, and produce nectar, produce honey juice. So these two are there. That will be offered as a reward for the insect pollinators. So that's next point it is given. Pollen and nectar are considered as the floral rewards given to the visiting insect pollinators. So that is that. Then in some of the cases, in some of the insects, say for example flies and beetles, foul odor will attract the flies and beetles. So that is very important as far as flies and beetles are concerned. Foul smell, not the sweet smell, bad smell. Bad smell will attract some of the insects like flies and beetles. In some plant, at the bottom of the flowers, juicy cells are there. The juicy cell will secrete juicy substance that will be very tasty for the insect visitors. That is present at the bottom of the flowers. Some of the insects will visit the flower, which visit insect will visit some of the flowers which contain juicy cells. So these insects come and land on the flowers, piercing the juicy cell and suck the juicy content of the juicy cell. So for that also, the insect pollinators will visit the flowers. During that process, pollination is affected, pollination is taking place. So these are all the characteristic feature of entomophilous flowers. So that you have to mind it.